Alright, I think we're all set. Okay. How we doing, everybody? Oh. Howdy, Xavier. Good to see you. Surprised you're doing one of these so soon. Yeah. Yeah, I kinda am too. When I get some Demon Souls, Iron Description will be with almost no localization. When I get home, Demon Souls, Iron Description will be with almost no localization error. Oh, that's awesome, No Break. Cool of you to work on that. Demon Souls deserves love. Demon Souls deserves life. Anyway, let's get out of here. Oh wait, what am I doing with normal speed? This is an abomination against God. There we go. Beautiful. Let's see, let's do the thing that I know I'm gonna need to do. Getting some very important shots today. Ah, but I forgot. How could I forget about... There we go. How could I forget? Wait, what the... Alright, I think I need to do high quality LOD models for this stuff to appear properly, right? Yeah. Yeah, like this. There we go. Leave this here, we get the high LODs. Dark Souls 2 already got some unrequited love, now it's Demon Souls' turn, LOL. Yeah, that is such a huge improvement. It's actually kind of stupid. I'm not happy with the lighting, though, so maybe... I don't know if I like daytime, though. Yeah, I'm not sold on this. Alright, so let's just do the midday lighting, just so we can say we have it. Let's see. I'm gonna turn the music slightly down. I love Japella Rebellion, but it just needs to be a little lower. There we go. Let's see now. Okay, slightly lower. There we go. There we go. How do we handle this now? Yeah, no, that's way too. Yeah. Nighttime just doesn't let us get a clear look at anything. God damn. Getting this, This is so slight, it's... Yeah, okay, we'll do this. So I have some options. But yeah, we're gonna... Oh, whoops. Not actually. Alright, and now this. How do we want to take shots of the town? I guess this could work. Oh, no! You idiot! Alright, then we... There, now we... I think we should have a little bit of the rocks like this here. There we go. Alright, we lock that, and then we move around. Oh, I almost forgot that I noticed the black flowers near this tree midstream. Yeah, I recall there being a few of those. I think we talked about this in a past... Didn't we? Am I crazy? I could be crazy. I could have swore we did talk about it at some point. There we go. So Murd was the nation of the monumentals that perished, most likely, based on my analysis, yes. It's supposed to be one of the deep lore things. I don't think we have any better shots or anything, so yeah, we'll go back to midday lighting. Look at all that asset reuse getting buried into the ground. Lock you into place. Yeah, this we'll talk about like right after. I think we want to go from that angle though first to really kind of capture it. Yeah, we're not going to get, like, high-quality stuff until we go in here. Alright, so... let's do that. Hey, Night Scout. Hey, look, I have a question or two about painting names in Elden Ring. A painting named Flightless Bird leads to Fire's Deadly Sim, while a painting named Prophecy leads to Stormhawk with Injured Wings. Is this still the case that B-script, or is it an error in the English script alone? What do you mean by error? Do you mean as in, like, the names are flipped, as in the names should be flipped? I suppose that could be possible, yeah. I'd have to double check, but... from what I recall, I don't recall any names in the paintings being bizarrely reversed. I'm pretty sure they're on point. So if it is a mistake... I think you bring up a good point in postulating that. It's a mistake that's consistent across language. But sure, I'll double check for you just to be absolutely sure. I'm just not forgetting that this issue was a thing. Now we're still gonna have this, huh? Okay. I forget, they use the normal Erdtree chests here, right? Yeah, they do. did the names get accidentally switched? It's possible. I just don't know if that's the case or not. I can ask someone who can look in the file, see if there's a potential room for error there. Like, oh, someone was supposed to put in, you know, number like 123, and they accidentally put 121, and the other was 121. But you know, like, I can look into that, because it could be like a Half-Light situation where someone probably screwed up and Half-Light ended up, you know, pantless, and no one spoke up about it before launch. So yeah, it's totally possible. Personally, I was willing to just accept the idea that Flightless Bird had to do with how the painting relates to Banished Knights, and they've been sort of clipped or whatever, right? But there's that desire for revenge, and that prophecy was sort of being used to foretell about the idea that they all will end up coming from or dying at the Stormveil or something, right? But yeah, I could see that being just simply a mistake too. Again, maybe they intentionally switched them for that interpretation moving around. Anyway, I think it was this troll to remember the dialogue track with subtitles are so wrong. Well, yeah, so subtitles in Demon's Souls is just again, along with Dark Souls 1, has just some of the most egregious errors, and it's just there was no quality control whatsoever in the Demon's Souls localization. That much is obvious. There we go. I'm not seeing any good like shots I can get of this stuff, honestly. We have that. Are there any other of these guys close by? We want to get some shots of these sunflowers. And the flowers nearby them, too. There we go. Are there better shots I could take of this stuff? Get some different shots of that. I mean, Dark Souls 1 kinda isn't that bad when compared to Demon's Souls. In terms of inconsistency before the dialogue and the lines, no. In terms of general localization quality, yes. Half-Light kind of looks better with actual pants. Yeah, I would agree with you. If he had shoes, he'd be perfect, but the pants itself aren't the worst part. Like, it's not like it's like, oh my god, he looks so bad with, like, the default, like, pant legging things. But yeah, it's still a very obvious mistake looking into the files. Thank you for trying the JP text. We could potentially get it patched in by the actual game by contacting from/Bamco. Yeah, no. Ain't happening. If they don't catch that thing, like, right after release, they tend to not patch that stuff. It just doesn't happen. So yeah, I wouldn't bet on it. I'm not saying anything else like too special about these ruins that, you know, obviously we're ignoring the Destined Death stuff for now because that's later in the timeline than what I'm looking at right now. Yeah, if we could just get rid of this fog, it'd be perfect. Let's go up here. Oh yeah, I would give it a shot, like, contacting them, because it doesn't hurt, right? But it's just, I wouldn't expect anything to come of it. Go. There we go. There we are. Beautiful. Exactly the shot I wanted. There we go. There we go. What are the most severe Demon Souls translation errors again right now? I can recall the F's of Valor facts being dead, but some others aren't coming to mind at the moment. There are various, some big, some small. The Ulan example, mixing up he with she, not realizing Ostrava's dialect comes to mind immediately off the top of my head. There's also the, what's it called? There's also the infamous one, which I think only made in, like, European releases or something. I don't think it's in all versions, with, the Virgin Mary getting name dropped. It's like, oh boy. There's also one where, like, I think it's, I can't remember if it's the character select screen or if it's actually, like, in some, like, yeah, if it's the character select screen or if it's, like, the in-game versions, but, like, one of the stuff with, like, describing, like, the Disciple of God and stuff. Most instances of noble were translated as royal. Like, there's just so many to list off. The more I think about it, I'm just gonna piss myself off, so I'm gonna stop here. At least I know whenever I'm feeling unmotivated to work on these From Software's things, I can always just think of, just remember the Demon Souls and Dark Souls localizations, and you'll remember why you're here, Loki. Oh no. Yeah, I was like, wait a second, that's my guy in the background, isn't he? Okay, you asshole. There you go. Hide in that bush. Stay there. I should probably get a shot of this too, though I don't know when I'm going to mention it. But I should probably throw it in here. I think this will be good, right? Yeah, we do this, and we'll try playing with the lighting, see if putting it in... No, yeah. This, I think, is reasonable, right? It's not too bright. I don't recall something like a Demon Souls Grey Tree. Yeah, because Grey Tree isn't that bad of a localization choice. It's just confusing for those who want to make a theory that that's significant in any way. I don't blame the localization for making that as a term. It's not, like, problematic, in my opinion. Inherently, at least. So, of course not. Demon Souls and Dark Souls do way worse things. Again, Elden Ring's the good localization. I actually have... mostly only positive things to say. Like, my biggest gripe with them is the Ronnie ending. Most other stuff that I talk about are, like, really nitpicky. It's like, oh, you could have been more clear about this. Oh, you know, I'm not sure if I exactly agree with that exact wording or something like this. It's like, goodness me. Such an improvement compared to the shit I had to complain about in Demon Souls and Dark Souls. Like, fucking Blight's dialogue was butchered. Same thing with a lot of stuff with Urbane and to a lesser extent Freck. Frickin' couldn't even bother to get the first Lotrian Archstone stuff. Like, yeah, the more I think about it, the more like stuff comes to mind. Like, I'm just gonna stop here. I don't want to piss myself off on a casual stream tonight. I'm in a very good. Great Tree is alarming because the goof gives the impression there might be a whole other second tree of the Erd Tree. Well, yeah, if you interpret that way, but that's because idiots interpret things that way. It's not the worst thing in the world. Like, it's like, oh no, it's called the Great Tree. Like, you can have different things be called multiple names. There's nothing like, oh my god. There might be something separate. There also might not be. That's the point. It's not something where it's like inherently. It's not Ornstein. It's not Ornstein cut a boulder in half instead of piercing stone scales. That is egregious beyond any justification. That is something where you're like, well, yeah, you just done fucked up. Being like, oh, there's these references to a great tree. We'll call it the Great Tree. Yeah, did the localization intend for people to take it that way? I don't know, probably not. Do some people take it that way? Sure. Is that somewhat problematic that they might do so? Yeah, maybe you could have thought that in ahead and not done it, but it's not that bad. It really isn't. Because again, anyone who actually plays the game, like I did, can go, yeah, the Great Tree's just referring to the Erd Tree. It's very obvious. So again, it's mostly a fan problem, I would say, and not a localization problem. Like, if you wanted me to be, like, nitpicky about their translation choices, I would complain about them translating, arcane stuff as a cult. Right? Like, it's like, why the inconsistency? Like, you'll call it you'll use the arcane stat and reference it in the item descriptions, but then you'll call, like, the what's it called? Weapon enhancements, whatever, like, the weapon power-ups as, like, occult stuff. It's like, why? Like, what purpose does that serve? I guess they didn't like calling them arcane weapons? Or, like, I don't know. It just doesn't really make sense to me. Like, again, I've talked about, like, their use of the arcane translation, but I get why they did that, because there's no winning with that stuff, right? Best keep to the Bloodborne translation and at least try to keep it consistent if you can. But then they, like, don't when it comes to, like, weapon upgrades. I guess maybe the justification was that they didn't want to confuse people with, like, stats versus weapon upgrade. I don't know. That one's a bit... Again, that's one where I'm saying, okay, I'm being nitpicky, but it is a weird choice in my opinion. People took Great Tree and ran with it for so long. That is true, Chaos. I'm also, again, in fairness to the whole Great Tree thing, I have been a lot more lenient with that one than I think most of my translator contemporaries. Like, they were the ones who were like, no, Great Tree cannot be a thing. Just look at here with the translation stuff. And I was more like, it doesn't affirm what those theorists were saying. But it doesn't necessarily deny it either. It's just more, it leaves it more open to interpretation. You would need the surrounding context, which is why I always said, I'm open to the Great Tree theory. I just need to see context that really supports it. And that ultimately, that never materialized, and I just saw more and more evidence saying, yeah, it's not a thing. So then I'm just like, yeah, okay, it's clearly not a thing. I don't know why we're on this bandwagon. So yeah, I'm not going to be too harsh on them for wanting to explore alternate possibilities, but at some point you have to be like, yeah, enough is enough. Like, it's very obviously not a thing. And trying to try to force it is just going to make it... It's going to make it more difficult for everybody else involved. Smotai also felt for the Great Tree babble. I mean, again, I don't blame content creators, especially early on. I mean, I for one, purposefully avoided, like, doing too much Elden Ring stuff outside of, helping Vati right off the bat with getting some things organized. Because I wasn't playing the game, really, at the time. I wasn't really interested in covering it lore-wise, so... I mean, I'm not gonna blame people. It is what it is. In fairness, now you can't be honest. No, I know, I want to be fair, Nardi. I definitely think it's best if we be fair. Yeah. Again, I know many of my other translator contemporaries were much quicker to shut it down, and I don't blame them, because I agree with them. I think it's a baseless thing, but I think unless you... In a vacuum, I don't think the translation itself or the interpretation of that translation as such is terrible. Because I think even in the Japanese, it's vague enough that you can interpret it the way the great tree theorists do. It's just that when you get out of that vacuum, it just falls apart as a theory. I think this is fair. Yeah, I guess we'll live with this one. Kind of don't like having that ballista thing in the background there, but it is what it is, right? Okay, I think we got all the shots I can at every angle for this. Yeah, I said I would get this, so let's get this. Get the town graveyard, the village cemetery. Not early on, like recently with the 13-hour video that TA helped with. Well, here's the thing. From what I understand, Spotown basically strung together a lot of his existing theories into one vid, right? Again, I haven't watched the 13-hour thing because, God, I have so much stuff to do right now. But I'm assuming it's mostly the same content he's done before with minor edits, so I'm not surprised then if he's keeping to the Great Tree stuff. But again, everyone knows what my general opinion on TA's theories are, so... I think Spotown's gonna use him, then yeah, of course he's gonna end up adopting the Great Tree theory. That's like, literally the linchpin to a lot of TA's theories. If he accepts that that stuff is bunk, then a lot of his stuff just... It's gonna logically follow that the rest of it is bunk too. Okay, yeah, so I think we've covered all this stuff. Let's get America's fancy old church now. I remember searching all the banners and items for spirals back when people had the theory that the Glowmite Queen used spirals to kill and they were forbidden images. Spirals? Like, what are we talking about? Like twisty, like spear points? Or like, what are we talking about with spirals here? Like spirals to kill? That's an interesting claim. I think this is good. Alright, so we lock you. I'll be honest, I hate all of these shots. So I guess we gotta go with what's the best option. This, probably, right? Yeah, and higher LOD, naturally. Pretty much any outside environmental shot, I want the higher LOD. Yeah, sure, it kills my frame rate when I have to go to those areas, but frick, not the biggest deal. Of course. Yeah, I like this better. Ah, but this makes both sides more... Decisions. Alright, can I get the lighting to cooperate here? I can't watch another BBTA video. I can't. It'll hurt too much. How will we know if the video's bad or not then, Nardi? Yeah, how are we gonna know, Nardi? You're our great guinea pig. I mean, helpful little helper, you know. Making sure that it's safe. That's fine. How are TA's Dark Souls takes turning out, by the way? I know that was a thing. That might work. All right, let's go. Yeah. You watch it. Oh, Loki, do you really want to know? Honestly, no. Honestly, no, I'm not ready. I'm really not ready. I am 100% not ready. It's just me, chat, or do I really hate how these trees look during daytime? Like, I hate when they look during nighttime, too, but, like, I don't know. Something about the way these trees glow. Just annoys me. Look, I thought you wanted to do more Dark Souls stuff now. Oh, gosh. I guess that's a good way to get me motivated to finish editing my Loki looks so I can get to a TA Loki looks. That might be fun. Oh. I also managed to fix the error with Petrus's dialogue about the Giant's Coffin. I just made the Giant's Coffin, add in the description, also had that name, and bam. I don't remember if that was the problem with Petrus's dialogue, but, like, I assume if I see it, like, in-game or whatever, no, it'll make sense to me. There we go. Again, I stand by what I say. I hate it. I hate this so much. Honestly, I think it's because the Erd tree is constantly emitting some light on Altus. So no matter what lighting I go with, it always looks like shit. This one looks okay. I can at least make it work. There we go. Yeah, it's good. Do these minor Erd trees have buds at the very top? I'll check for you, Night Scout. I don't see a bud here. I don't see any buds here either. Yeah, these look like they're just branches. Yeah, that didn't get in my shot, but let's get rid of that for the future. Where is it? You. Anything else about the church we want to get shots of? Probably the dude. Also the fundamentalism. For obvious reasons. Oh, we need the lighting, though, to not be foggy, so I guess we'll wait. Yeah, it's the line about... I know what you're talking about with the line with Rhea's location, no, Bray. I'm just not sure if that's the what you're describing is the problem with the line. Because the issue with the line is that, and the reason why it's so confusing for people is that it's worded as if to imply or gives off the impression that Petrus is trying to lie to us. Because what he's saying is, like, obviously absurd about Rhea. Like, oh, she just slipped and fell down the coffin, especially in the circumstances, when the line is really just him plainly telling us that, oh yeah, you know, you slide down a coffin there and you'll find Rhea's location, because he knows you're in on it, right? The whole point of it being like, oh, you heard from Lautrec. Okay, so he pawned off the job I gave him to you, which means I can trust you with the truth, right? I don't have to, like, play like, oh, you know, I'm just distracted, right? And he's like, okay, yeah, just get her. That's why in literally the next line, he's like, she's all helpless. There's nothing that can do now, blah, 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 right? Like, the whole point is that he's being honest with you, and it doesn't come clearly in the localization because of the way it's mistranslated. It sounds like he's trying to, like, give himself cover or hide from it, which is not the intention of the line. Let's try this. Is that better? I think that's better. I think that's better. Lock this. No! I hate it when I have it and then the game. No, why are you moving? There we go. There we go. Okay. So now we have it so we can more clearly see the centipedes in the shot. See if there's another angle we have here. That's another option. I don't know which one I like better. Oh, by saying the new name, the Giant's Coffin, is another name people call the Tomb of the Giants. Oh, I see. So that's what you're trying to do to fix it. Because you can't fix the dialogue, so you're trying to reword it in a way. Yeah, I guess that could work. Again, it's not as exact to what he's talking about, but yeah, it's at least a quick fix that gives plausible deniability to the absurdity of the translation. Yeah, I get what you're trying to do there. Okay, I understand now, Nobre. Thanks for clarifying. We already have shots of that over there, right? There we go. God, Japella Rebellion, I love that so much. Ba, 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 ba. Yeah, the grass is a little tall here, but let's see what we got. So, like, let's assume this has to be our frame. I think we can wait till he turns around. Okay, with how these jars don't have limps or circular handles of the living jars, is it possible that these ones were never alive? Yeah. I think it depends on exactly what causes a living jar to become a living jar. Like, is the living jar just a spontaneous byproduct of them having all this living meat in one spot and it gains a new consciousness? Or is it instead like something where it's like they purposefully are like reanimated like golems in order to help, like, you know, perform the function of transporting them and stuff? I could see it going either way. So in that sense, if it's like the former, then yeah, it could be that these jars were those that never came to life. They were just transported over here and like their contents were used for whatever their purpose. I can't afford a daily AI program which lets me sample the voice of such NPCs so that I can place the right translation. So I gotta work with what I have a little. Honestly, you might come under criticism if you do so, Nobre. A lot of people have been taking heat for using AI for those types of stuff, which again, not gonna be judging, just pointing out the reality. So it might be for the best. Oh, you've got to be. It's always when I want to do something, chat. It's always. Well, I guess we just sit here and wait until the brainstorm passes. This sucks. Loki pointedly ignored Nobre's explanation of the video. Oh, there's an explanation? Okay, TA said that the statue of the Queen of Lordran is supposed to symbolize the chosen undead table. The baby, us, women, our mother, go into the Mary and baby Lord Jesus statue. Oh my god, Jesus Christ. Oh, Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ, no. Listen, we can all make our flubs, okay? We can all... You know, nobody's perfect. Also, regarding the exalted flesh Alexander gives a reward, do you think he literally pulls out some of the flesh inside him? I don't know, because I haven't done Alexander's quest, so I'm not familiar with exactly what's happening there. I know about the item, but I don't think I ever actually looked at the Japanese text for it. Or at the if I did, it was definitely a long time ago. I don't remember anymore, because I don't think it's in my notes. You'll think we'll just get normal weather in the dream world? Hell no. If anything, we're probably going to get some weird dream world weather effects. Imagine Elden Ring took so long because they had to make, like, the perfect weather effects for this weird bonkers Mikola dream world or something. Like, it has to rain gold or whatever, and Miyazaki just couldn't get the gold looking right. Loki can't just keep using that line. You want to bet, Hardy? Listen, I have faith in TA. We all stumble on the road to the correct answer. Science is about trial and error, and sometimes there's more error than trial. Loki, that is worse than DS2 flops. Now, let's not be cruel, Nobre. No, but yeah. I wasn't expecting much from TA's thing, and unfortunately, he proved my expectations were correct. Alright, we got what we wanted. Let me get in here. There we go. That too. He's breaking his ankles while that's stumbling. Hope his health insurance is good. Am I lying, though? I'm not in a position to evaluate that statement. I don't think any shot from back here is good from a cinematographer standpoint. So I think it's the best we're gonna get. Okay. Alright, I think we got all the shots of this. What else am I missing from this? Let's look at the doc. I also should probably upload this excerpt to Loki latest on the Discord once we're done. America begins researching order. We've got all that. Minor Erdtree, Declaration of Intent. Yeah, cross-legged, fundamentalism. We have the shots of the Guardians, I'm pretty sure, so we don't need those. So we understand how their sickliness stuff functions. We want to get... we got shots of the Mistwood ruins. So really, I would just want a general shot of Mistwood and its Erdtree. The Sword Spears, Old Pact, Nomadic Warriors 19 cookbook. I forget what that cookbook has on it. Wonder why I added to here, but I'll have to double check that. Red Crest Heater Shield represents Red Wings. This we don't need to include because this is already brought up in my Altus Unification War thing, so that we can remove from the doc. I'm not going to include Omen here for now, because I don't know if I want Omen to be a separate thing or to incorporate in here, so this is just going to be quote-unquote Crucible's end, and we're going to skip over the Omen stuff and just, like, focus on the post stuff. Because really, I'm here mostly just to... I mostly want to post this analysis at some point so we can cover Aoheed, so I'm not confusing people when I'm talking about the Godfrey Southern campaigns and stuff. Everything points to minor Erdtrees, emerging at a conclusion. Golden Seeds... yeah, oh, right, you know what? We need to also take shots of the stuff used on these highways down here, so let's do that. Can't wait to hear your constructive criticism in a reactions video, Loki. Yeah, honestly, it's one of those things where it's like, okay, I probably am going to have to address TA's claims for at least the Dark Souls stuff. Again, I have to finish editing my one for Hawkshaw. Again, Hawkshaw, a creator I deeply respect. But I want to get that one done as an honor to Hawkshaw and what they've done to help motivate me to do my own work. And then, yeah, and then I have, like, I have a few TA stuff for Elden Ring I thought of doing, but I might just skip those and go straight to the Dark Souls one. I might do that. There's really no getting around the whole grace point right there. Yeah. Like, yeah, it's just sort of a thing. You have to kind of accept that it's part of the background for this. So the question then is, what about this tree? I mean, this isn't a bad shot, if I'm being honest. Hey, Black Udon! Welcome to the chat. I'm pretty sure you're new. If not, sorry, my goldfish memory can't remember you. Yo, what do you hope for in DLC? My only expectation is that it is going to be Miquella's Dream World, and we'll cover things related to the spirit realms and that sort of stuff. Anything else is a bonus, as far as I'm concerned. Yeah, we'll do that. Yeah, like, I'm not the only one, chat, that hates this with the light on light. I just don't think it works. I just don't think, no matter what I do, I can make it work. Oh, God, that has to be the nicest shot I've taken of these flowers. They're not too shiny. They're not too far. Like, I like that. All right, let's get the other one. I have for more lore, too. Well, we're going to get more lore. Like, it's inherent to getting DLC. The question is, what lore are we gonna get? Like, are we gonna get more stuff on Glowmite Queen, Destined Death, what's this see? Aoheed, are we gonna get more on Godfrey and Marika? Are we gonna get more on the Sun Realm? Like, There's a lot of things that the games... There's definitely a lot of things the games could, the DLC, I should say, can cover. Will it, though? I don't know. I guess we'll see. I'm not expecting too much, right? I don't want to overhype myself or anything. So, the only thing I 100% am expecting is it's going to be Mikla's Dream Realm. And that's going to connect to the Spirit World, so we're going to get a lot of the deeper cosmological stuff. At least data to help us conclude the answers. At least better than we can with the base game. But again, that's... could always be wrong. You know, I think this is the best shot. A little bit of light there. It's not too crazy. Yeah, nighttime doesn't work. It's not doing it for me. I guess we could do nighttime one just to showcase one at night. I don't like it that much, but... We have Erdtree avatars. Oh, we want shots of the Erdtree tree differentiation, so I think we should actually... Let's try getting that shot from here. I opt for a titty size slider in the ER character creation menu for the TLC. You want to make sure your character can have be flat as justice or big titty onesum. Is that it, Nardi? Are you desperate for the boobs? Oh wow, this thing is still a thing. Hey, Albertless! I edge to Skibbity Toilet. Good to know. Gen Alpha child spotted in the chat. I'm not Gen Alpha, I'm Gen Z. I'm just saying that as a corny joke. Well, corny isn't a crime. At least not in this chat room. Oh, God. Alright, forgive me, chat. I have to turn off higher LODs in Liurnia. I swear, Liurnia just murders. It's just a murdering on the frame rate. We'll turn it back on when I'm paused. Oh! I'm still at nighttime stuff, though, so let's go to... There we go. There we go. Alright, this... should be obvious, right? I think this will make it the color differentiation obvious, so let's put higher LODs here. Yeah. Play around with the lighting in case we can get maybe something brighter. I'll be honest, I don't think so. That's as good as I'm gonna do it. God, the judgment in his voice. Shake my head. Not everyone wants to make a waifu. What, you want to increase your husbando's titty size instead? I mean, that could work. Gender equality and all. This. Yeah. Perfect. Yes, look, I want my boobs and my character to be true to hero life size, okay. Gotcha. Be happy for the titties you have or will have. Yeah, but what if they could be bigger? Just saying. You know, why you gotta settle for what you got? You can always do bigger. My internet went down for a few minutes, so I didn't hear what Loki said about my Alexander question earlier. Well, sorry to hear that, Night Scout. I'll repeat myself. My answer to the Alexander thing is I don't know because I haven't done the quest line, so I wouldn't know how that plays out. I also don't recall if I've actually looked at the Japanese text for that, item specifically. So I can't even remember off the top of my head anything of note about it. Isn't the flesh supposed to be, like, from Radon or something, by the way, or am I thinking of something else? Whatever. It's fine. Go. Yeah, I'm not seeing, like, too much else where it's like, God, I need to get a good shot of this. Yeah, okay. Rodon's flesh is the talisman you get at the end, I think. Okay, gotcha. So it's different from the exalted flesh you get from him. We don't need any shots of this. Yeah, this would be... I also haven't touched my Frenzied Flame stuff in a while. Actually, did I ever organize the outline for that? I don't think I did, now that I think about it. Also, yeah, I gotta turn off higher LEDs before my machine starts chugging and crashes the game or some crap. Alright, so I think we got those shots done. I want to do a quick shot up here just to make sure we have the comparison shot. Hello, Blayler. Welcome to the chat. Did you know that if you make a sound higher than 1100 decibels, you could make a black hole? Is that so? That's cool if true. I mean, I always believe what I hear on the internet. Oh shit, this is gonna distract me, isn't it? Distract me, aren't you? So we lock you in place. Oh, I should take the shot here first before I forget. That's okay. Yeah, I know Exalted Flesh is the normal item. I couldn't remember at the moment if that was the talisman or not that you get with the Radon thing. So yeah, thanks for clarifying and reminding me what it was. I was like, isn't that the thing that you get from Radon now? Something else. Let's see. Okay, yeah, that's good. Is there a good option here? Not at this weather, there ain't. Hello, sun. Or not? Okay. Alakazam! There we go. This one's tricky. We'll try other shots in the future. Yeah, that's not a good example. We need a really good, solid patch of dirt with these flowers on it. There we go. Yeah, white bark trees, brighter color. Hey, are those wheat grains growing at the base of the minor erd tree? Which wheat grains? You mean the ones that Mikola uses, or are we talking about different stuff? We have this. Not sure if that's wheat or not. I'm not too familiar with my barleys and stuff. Also, I would be remiss if I don't take shots of our wonderful red leaves with the other stuff there. I've told about that stuff, Loki. Which stuff are we talking about? The wheat things, or? Because if it's the wheat thing, then yeah, I don't remember. If it's about something else, then sorry, I don't remember what that something else would be either. Goldfish memory. Let's see. Let's see, white barb, breaker wings, grass. God, it's starting to lag even here. Alright, that gives enough options. Claw said it was stuff called Chinese silvergrass. Ah, okay. Yeah, I do not recall that. That's cool. Alright, so I think it's enough shots there. Let me just double check one thing quickly. I want to make sure that we have the same grass thing here. We probably want to check it out at Weeping Peninsula too. I think it's there as well, but I don't know. It could be that the rainy weather affects stuff there. Yeah, exact same thing here. I see it's mostly in the side you walk to and not the other way. Funny, I saw the silver, and his name is Gronier Liurnian Minor Erdtree. Yeah, I do find that funny, but let's see if it's elsewhere. Yeah, it's here too. It seems to be just a minor Erdtree feature. I actually want to check now the one by the other area in Altus and see if the Woodfolk Ruins has them. Yeah, it's here. It's a lot fainter because of the rain, but you can see it. Yeah. It's still got the same patches and everything. I do find it funny how the rain weather makes it so obvious. Like, the difference is like night and day. Alright, we're gonna lock this and get... Again, I'm not probably gonna use this shop, but in case I do for whatever reason. I'm not in the shot. At the very least, I'm not noticeable in the shot. Yeah, not noticeable at least. Anything else I want to do here? No. Apparently use it to purify Shinto temples if when water was not available. Ooh. Coolio. Something worth looking into then. It's at both Erdtrees in Liurnia and one in Weeping Peninsula, Loki. Ah, okay, so it's not everywhere. Okay, good to know. It's just at the ones in Liurnia there. Actually, that's pretty notable considering we have sorcerers setting up shop here. And obviously, Liurnia is a place with major sorcerers, so that's cool. I guess it could potentially have also been here, but obviously the rot would probably get rid of all of that. Let's actually look. Yeah, you've talked about this before. Yeah, again, I do not remember whatsoever, Xavier. Yep. That detail has completely slipped my memory. So thank you for the reminder. Oh. Anyway, heck, in the English script, Selens even says the Academy's shackles are on her in the Witchbane Ruins, so it might have been a big government thing jailing her. Sorcerers have visited. This might not be the best spot to check if Chinese silver glass universal minor earth trees. Well, it's there, so. Yeah, everything here is just like, you know, the rock color stuff. I mean, the flowers still survive, but the grass and stuff, no. Yeah, it's probably worth pointing this stuff out with the rod and things. I'm gonna do this. There we go. Saved me a lot of trouble. Beautiful. Yeah, this uses the hailing tree thing. Oh my god. Maybe not how this goes. Minor Erdtrees. That. Yeah, now we can do the thing I really want to do, which is here. Oh, while here, are there ruins of a dirt ramp down to the Wailing Dunes? No. To Faroff. You wonder if there's a road going down there past. No. The War Dead Catacombs are specifically catacombs created for the battle that took place here. And potentially, maybe also buried some of those guys here. That one's a little more vague. But based on what we see, it's the dead and the spirits we fight there are all from the battle that took place here in the Wailing Dunes itself. So there's nothing really there. The painter's just there because, well, I guess he made the painting there based on his pose. He just likes to paint near or around where people are dead and buried. I mean, with free cam, the map might not show anything. I guess I can go back there and check in a sec. Hey, Andy, I don't want to work night shift. I'll tell you, Loki. Well, you know what? A job is a job. Oh my! I forgot. Okay, we gotta switch over to another character. Okay, nice guy. I'm gonna do your thing, and then we're switching over to a different character. Good to see you, Andy. How you doing? Speaking of Andy, I think tomorrow we're going to do Coffin of Andy and Lily on stream. That or Honkai, and then Coffin of Andy and Lily will be the stream after. I don't know. Maybe we'll do a little both. I don't know. Depends on how I'm feeling with doing Honkai tomorrow. We did a lot of Honkai streams recently. I don't, like, have anything where it's like, God, I'm in a pressing need to, like, finish this quest. So, like, might take a slight break so I can do some other games that I really want to play. War Dead Catacombs are here. Nope, we got the dirt road leading to here. Yeah, nothing really... Yeah, nothing here. Yeah, again, the catacombs are incredibly recent in terms of history, so... I don't think there would be anything that would lead to them. Yeah. Just to what we already got. It is interesting how we have, like, signs of a dirt road leading here. Doesn't really lead anywhere else, though. I actually wonder, what's back there? Ow. Oh, how could I forget? I keep forgetting about the graveyard right here. I'll have to keep that in mind in the future. This is not my character that would normally mark this stuff, right? No, it isn't. I'll check on my sorcerer then when we do this. Because I have to have this marked for the God-free Southern Campaign stuff. It's around, yeah, other side of bridge. Right? God, I can't not figure out where this is. There it is, okay. Yeah, very weird placement, no wonder it's hard to find. God, it's nighttime here. Let's fix this. Dead end lore. I'm at a dead end! No, that's the lore! That's the lore! Yeah, but nice guy. I don't see any road that might be a dead ending to potentially lead back to War Dead Catacombs like you were hoping. Moments before disaster. I'm in danger. Not liking that, so I'm gonna do this. Oh. There we go. No rain, no problem. Alright, that'll work. I think it's too much. Yeah, that's basic, so. Would be closer to the area the golem fell down to, maybe near the crumbled giant structures. I'm not doing that right now, Night Scout. I'm not doing that terrible platforming puzzle to get down to that golem. I don't think I've killed him in a playthrough yet, either, because he's such a pain in the ass to get down to. It's like, yeah, sorry, you're out of luck. I'm hitting my limit for the night. I'm hitting my limit for the light. Also, wouldn't be a Loki stream if I didn't die hilariously. Carved into the wall of it, I mean. Nice guy, if you don't have a road leading to it, then why would there be a road carved into it? Like, no, it's just a sheer drop. And again, the catacomb is right over here. It just doesn't work. Again, it was something that was made down here for people, leaving over there. You can argue how the painter's still aware of things, but ultimately he's taking a shot of the general battlefield that the catacomb is overseeing from up top. That's his angle. You can argue he climbed there, whatever. As I've said before, I do not pay attention too hard to how NPCs get around unless the game itself makes a point about it. Or it's somehow significant. Like, say, for example, Briggs getting locked in a room or something. Oh, it's already broken. We got a shot there. Yeah, I want to check if I have this on my sorcerer. things are here. See, I was like, I feel like there has to be more of them than the ones that I found. There are, okay. I knew I'm not crazy. Hey, buddy. Ah, but it doesn't work unless I'm close enough, huh? There we go. Beautiful. Beautiful. Yeah, just to be safe, I'm gonna get this because I don't remember if I got a shot of this or not. Admittedly, this is for the wrong analysis, but we'll do this. Alright, so that gives me what I wanted. What else do I want here? Yeah, no, I think we just move on. NPCs all have teleportation powers, yeah. Oh, the card didn't decide it was about the Farum Bridge image. Oh, okay, Night Scout, then I can look into that. Yeah, sorry. See, this is probably keeping up with you guys. I sometimes only get to see one comment at a time. And then I only get the incomplete picture, so I have to go back up and scroll to look. Oh yeah, let's do the Sorcerer character then first, just so that way I can confirm whether or not I have the gravestone there. And then, if not, we go over there, we do it. No, I did not! Damn. Gotta figure out where I may be able to avoid doubling up. Yeah, don't count that one because the catacombs is right there. Should I count the church one? How many other church graveyards do I count? I count that one there. I think that's the only two churches that do that, right? Isn't that the biggest deal? Because I'm starting to actually cover this stuff, so like I don't strictly need, but I feel like I should have it here either way. I don't count the ones in Volcano Manor. I'm not doing the same. I'm doing the same with Stormvale, right? No, I am counting the ones in Stormvale, though. Okay, that I can correct. Stormvale doesn't need the one here. We know it's there. Same with the other stuff, so okay, yeah. Let's look at the carvings. When do the Farm Azula flowers get mentioned in a lore post, Loki? Honestly, that would be in a Farm Azula thesis, probably. Because I'd probably mention the evolution of Stormhawks probably from dragons there, and argue about their long-time connection with dragons through the flowers and stuff and other things. Yeah, so same Farm Azula imagery that we see. Also, just to highlight that it's the same shit. There we go. Okay, yeah, the pot stuff doesn't have anything special going on. Ah, okay, yeah. Farm Azula is one of those weird ones where I really want to do it, but I also really don't want to do it right now. Okay, it's just weird. Because I'm so focused on the Banished Knight stuff right now. And just overall, I've been focusing so much on a lot of things that there's other aspects of the that I haven't analyzed as thoroughly as a result. Yeah, this game's just big. Okay, so I think that's everything we care about, so let's just get the grave and get out of here. I don't want to forget about this in the future, so... Where was it again? It's supposed to be around here, right? Yeah. Like here. Beautiful. Okay. There's nothing else I really want in terms of like shots of this, right? Like, I guess I could do this. Yeah. It's not just the lighting. If that's actually a pot and not a bridge flange at the bottom, that seems to indicate carefully cultivating plants. And it reminds me of a plant image on the Statues of America at the Chapel of Anticipation Coliseums. I think I might have shots of those type of iconography, so I can look into that. I wonder if the plant in the lady statue's hair in Farm Azula is supposed to be glovewort. We can always do a comparison. I know I have the shots of that lady, so... Yeah, I think that's fair. Okay. Okay, chat, I think it's enough of this grave. I think we can focus on other stuff now. Gotta love the Farm Azula goblins. Goblins, I suppose. Let's see. Yeah, that's everything we want. Let's get out of here. We want to do this on Nomad, right? Shashingu. Come on, my camera. Let's go. Let's try from Artist Shack first. That was a fun detail to see, the fact that she had a flower in her hair. Yeah, it is neat when you see that, From at least adds, like, little details like that. Gosh, and I'm reminded how pretty this game is. Like, goddamn, chat, why is this game so pretty? God, this game's so pretty. problem is making everything look good. This is the way the game renders shit. Lock this. Play around with the lighting. Alright, let's try it. I like this shot. By the way, I checked the more floor designs, and the ring made of rings floor design Yell's Castle Soul boss room seems to only ever appear elsewhere in FA and Caelid ruins. Which Caelid ruins exactly? Do you mean like the crumbling ruins, or like some other kind of ruins? Or are we talking about like the ruins here? Just for clarification. If so, that does give at least some argument for a specific continuation with the FA culture. Really? Belfry's Warp to FA has the tarnish on the floor design, and FA Great Bridge and Caelid seems to have the design. FA itself features the design. Ah, okay, gotcha. Gotcha. There we go. Wait. Yeah, I'm still daytime. I was like, there we go. Just had to get rid of our annoying little friends with the. Alright, now we're gonna go inside the Mistwood. Oh, you know what? This might be a good time for us to check out to see if the drop down to the Shifra River has the Nox ruins as they appear when we enter the area, or if they actually change up the map for that blink and you miss it moment. What's this? This is golden excrement, I think. Yeah, we have the flowers, but green grass, so like, yeah. Mistwood. Mistwood be misty, what a shocker. Gosh, we can't really see. Alright, I'm gonna check this out real quick. Higher LOD's off. Oh, we're just about to get there. Good. It's looking like the buildings are already knocked down here. Yeah, they already have all of this. Yeah, so all of this. So all these buildings, at least on first impression, seem like they're intended to not be a result of the meteor strike, but are already affected. Okay. Golden poop, the most important lore item. Unironically, yes. Interesting, the design might not be in Langdell, not even the seemingly oldest parts, or Tree Sanctuary, and I don't recall it in Stormvale. I wouldn't expect it in Langdell. The only aspect of FA and, FA quote-unquote civilization that we see crossover into Langdell is the Firstborn's Archdragon Peak iconography. They reuse that stuff, which is obviously because the nature flower imagery to represent the Erd Tree in both cultures. So I don't even take the exact imagery that seriously there. Yep. Exactly what we looked at. So yeah, I wouldn't expect anything in Langdell. So perhaps there were scattered FA offshoot cultures that kept in value different parts of the civilization. Again, my analysis of the farm colony stands. It's what you say is very consistent there. You have different little like colony lands spread out across Altus and just the Highlands in general. Stormvale was created Stormvale and basically all of this down here is created post defeat by Godfrey, and they get sent down here and they spread and set up all this stuff here. It's like, yeah, I guess you could say that in terms of like how much more Hawks factor into the culture. Thanks to the Stormhawk King and stuff. That's kind of an offshoot, but like, yeah. It's not that different either. Actually, we should do this from Kenneth Heights' place, I think. I think doing it from the Third Church of America is a mistake. We'll do noon, yeah. Alright, so the shot we want is to get the ruins, but in relation to their proximity, yeah. I want to show off the ruins' proximity. Yeah, you know, let's get both the well and this. That's even better, yeah. Problem is the ruins aren't as visible from this angle, so I think what I have already is better, yeah. Alright, so let's see, anything else I'm missing here? Godfrey's old age. Woodfolk ruins, the village. Let me type this in so I can better find. Oh, whoopsie. That's not Control F. Kenneth Height. Nakagane, the Woodfolk. Proximity to that. I could probably do with getting shots of the actual thing here. Like showcasing just how close the well is to the tree. Yeah, like that. That. Okay. Okay. So we've got all that. Is there anything else I really need to talk about for the post-Erd Tree stuff? Maybe get some shots of the small Erd Tree ones that we see scattered around, because I think that does get mentioned in the analysis. Erd Tree Sanctuary is the Beast Pillars from FA, and the Headless variant flanks the doors to America's Bedchamber, the Headless variant. I remember taking those shots for you a while back, Night Scout, but I don't remember the specifics, so I'd have to look at it myself for comparison. That's why I think the area might not have been changed much, if at all, post-America. Yeah, that could be possible. There could be that the cathedral, it's possible, yeah, it could be that the cathedral may have been may have existed in some form there. It could also just be, again, trying to reuse some of those assets to showcase a continuation of the Erd Tree culture, of course, now under America. I'm fine with either one. Upper Nokra has a lot of plants growing in place that seem to indicate long neglect rather than recent meteorite damage to add to the elevator analysis. Yeah! Yeah. I don't remember that specific detail, but if that's true, then yeah, that would make sense. So we can basically say that at least not all that damage that we see there can be just vaulted on the meteorite. That at least some of that looks to be like part of the normal thing. What's interesting is we don't see that consistently in Nokron itself. Like the closest I can think of is in Nokstella. We see similar ruins around the river area, which admittedly, when you build near a river, maybe you should expect that some places might get flooded and destroyed. You know, every now and then might just happen. So that. All right. So do we have anything else from this? Really? No. Where do we find little mini Erd Tree stuff that we can loot? I think there's one around here, right? Yeah, there's a version of the Beast Head pillars missing the Beast Heads. It can be seen a lot in FA up the Stone Sword Key elevator with the undead. Okay, good to know. I might have to go back there sometime and grab that then. So yeah, let's get these last few shots and then we call the stream because it's getting late for me. Am I crazy, chat? Wasn't there like a tree here? Yeah, I guess I'm just crazy. I'm just crazy. Okay. Stillwater Cave. Maybe it was over here that I'm thinking. I could have swore, though, that there was just... Like, correct me if I'm wrong. Isn't there just the sword monument here? I don't think there's any Erd Tree seeds. I'm not seeing it here. Alright, we're just gonna grab the one then that's in Mountaintops. I know where that one is. Let's do it with Quarry, because we haven't burned the Erd Tree on Quarry yet. No clipping either, if I recall correctly. Something got intentionally lodged in or engulfed by it. So Noxtella has one peculiar spawn, the highest reach in the city. One of the buildings looks like its parapets are being engulfed by the cavern ceiling. I mean, I see that a lot in From Software stuff. It tends to be when the developers are just trying to intend, like, something gets built into the rock or, like, you know, it's part of the architectural design. Again, I'll have to look at it myself, but, like, hearing that from you, I'm like, that doesn't sound too unusual to me. Abandoned cave, inner thing. Yeah, let's just go straight up here. I am kind of curious, if anyone remembers where there are any of these Erd Tree seeds in Caelid, please tell me. I would actually love to see if, what the flowers look like for those, because I only remember it being... Yeah, we'll do it from here. I don't remember how it looks for the mountaintops with the snow. Man, what am I gonna do, Chad? If I leave this now, I might forget what was here later. How will I ever know? No. I hate that clipping of the grass and stuff, but yeah, I guess this will work too. I guess. I think I like the other shot better though. Yeah, I did. Why am I like this? If the Nox built the entire cavern underground, you think they might clear the rock in order to make it fit? Yeah, they could, but you could just argue that they want to do it for architectural style reasons. Like, it's not like unusual to like be like, ah, yes, I built a skyscraper in this underground cavern. I'm going to have the skyscraper go from the bottom of the cavern and built into the rock face of the ceiling. So like, that's not unusual. Like, it's not like that's actually fairly common in those types of settings. So like, I'm not gonna like fault the dev if he like takes a model and he has it clip into the rock or model or something like that to some extent. Like, again, I have to see it for myself. Maybe I'd agree with you, but just on like its face, I'm like, that's not like really that weird. Yeah, nothing else here. I've not paid attention to where these saplings are. Yeah, neither have I. I'm just like, oh look, there that is. Like, so can't remember. Is it one near here? Ugh, God. Why do I have goldfish memory? Nope, I don't see one around here. I mean, eventually I'm gonna find one near a Grace Point. Just a question of when. There it is. Got a good angle too. Let me just make sure we can't do anything else with this lighting. Nothing I care about, at least until the rain clears. Let's try it without the rain. Ah, where's that? There you are. I was like, I know there's one that's like nearby a Grace Point. Oh my god. There we go. Good morning. Hello, Sayang-ayang. If that's how you pronounce it. Again, sorry. Feel free to correct me. Sayang-ayang. Welcome to the chat. I think you've been here before, but if not, welcome. Welcome. Sorry if I don't remember you. Need to borrow someone else's brain, Loki. Nah. Nah. I played Bloodborne. I see what happens when you try to borrow someone else's brain. You become an annoying enemy that they make a boss in a dungeon. I think this will work. There we go. I remember something about the flowers around the Academy sapling outside the debate parlor. I have not got into the debate parlor on this character. Well. There we go. God, I put a lot of gravestones in here, too, that maybe I shouldn't have, considering this is also a quote-unquote legacy dungeon. But I do it here. Like, this is such an awkward position for me to be in, because it's like, I've covered these areas, so I know where the graveyards are in these places, but also knowing me, I could forget. Said outside debate parlor, right? So Grug was denied higher education. Lol. Hello. Hello, Albanort crabs. Good old silver crabs. It's somewhere back here, right? Almost jump scared me there, but I was like, nah, that's there. Ah, there you are. Ah! You're right, Xavier. The smaller flowers don't grow here. Fascinating. Go. Do you think these crabs ate Albinorks buried in the school grounds? No. The reason why crabs seem to transform here is because, again, it's the same reason we find crabs transforming in all locations. You are what you eat. When they eat the waters of Liurnia Lake, or up here, there's trace amounts of silver that they then absorb from regularly eating. So again, they become silver crabs. That seems to be the consistent factor. Now you can argue why they're silver in this area. Is it because, like you say, Albinorix are buried in here? Is it because silver is like inherent to like magic or whatever that's doing so? Because we also have to consider that the ground here is being treated the same way snow is for this minor Erd tree sapling here. And then we got the same, I can't remember if the silver crabs also appear in, yeah, I think they do. I think they appear in the frozen river up north, too, right? Yeah, so I think, yeah, it's something that's very consistent. I think that's it, then. I think we got all the stuff I want shots of. This is the highest place in Liurnia. Would the silver water still make it up here? Does it carry the fog or rain? It might be, because here, you have to keep in mind, Night Scout, there's fountains and stuff here, which means there's some sort of, water system that does exist. And this is a garden, so it's quite possible they're sourcing the water for this garden from the lake water below, which means there may be that trace amounts of silver. So, like, yeah, I would say that anywhere in Liurnia, you could justify, there being silver in the water, turning the crabs silver. Return the crabs silver! Yeah, there's nothing else I think we got here. Do we see this? Do we see a tree like this anywhere else? Huh! I don't recognize this species. Is it a conifer type? Yeah, I don't recognize this one at all, chat. Let's get a good angle on you for future reference. I'm curious if this specific tree or some variation of its model is used elsewhere. Either in this dungeon or other places. Ah, yeah, look, we can find another one here. And one here. Yeah, so, okay, so it's used throughout the... It's used throughout the academy. I wonder if it's unique to the academy, then. Similar. Oh, no, the tree lore strikes again, yeah. We got another species of tree to investigate, Xavier. Oh, no. On the subject of tree watching, what plant iconography do the Lyrians and Nox seem to favor? Do we have... I don't recall if they use a lot of, like, detailed iconography on their walls and stuff. We got, like, this, like, generic demon-looking shit. Again. Got your typical gargoyles. Though the gargoyles seem to vaguely resemble birds. Yeah, because they look at, like, these, like, talon-like things with the wings and stuff. So, they seem to at least be trying to vaguely resemble a bird. Maybe I'm crazy, but that's my impression. See, I'm not sure if we get a lot of plant stuff in their architecture. Yeah, like, I don't see it embedded here. Not here. I guess it's kind of here. It's a little more abstract, though. I don't think that's strictly plant imagery. Oh, I like this shot better. God, what a derpy face, though. Yeah, I'm not seeing it. Nokra has a number of plants and vines well carved into their wall decals. Okay, yeah, here's some stuff. Here's some stuff we might be able to look closely at. No, just abstract stuff. There's a little bit of plant imagery, but it looks very generic there. And again, it's a very low quality image too, so clearly they didn't want you to look that closely. Yeah, same thing here. So yeah, they have a little bit of it, but it's like very generic stuff. Again, it's what you'd expect from like some gothic area. Nothing even worth taking a shot of, to be quite frank. I can't believe they reused the leather. God, I love it when they reuse Dark Souls 3 assets. It's my favorite. This, at least, they took a Dark Souls 3 asset and they changed it up a bit, right? Like, so it's not the same generic thing from Cathedral of the Deep / Profane Capital. At least they did that. You're not seeing it here. Okay, that's enough looking. Again, I gotta go, guys, so thanks so much for joining me. Wonderful hearing your questions and commentary, as always. Again, I don't know how often we're going to be doing these, because I am focusing on other stuff right now, but I think we at least have most of my screenshots covered for my next few Elden Ring analyses. If I think of something else, I'll be sure to come back here to add it, but I think we're in a pretty good spot right now. The problem is just that I don't know how long it's going to take me to write this stuff up, because again, I am focusing back on my Dark Souls content and a bit of Bloodborne and stuff too. Like, just stuff that I've been meaning to get back to. Elden Ring just takes up too much time and energy right now. Anyway, so yeah, see you guys. Wonderful having ya. Bye-bye.